Default. There. Nope, that's me. They can hear me now. I got one of them. What the fuck's going on? That's true. That's very true. Stream mix B. All right, so let me go over here and we're going to go stream mix B. Now I'm listening to that. So you say something. There's the problem right there. The volume, maybe now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I had the volume turned down because I'm a moron. How's that sound? Did you just fart on me?
Why can't I hear that? Filters. Oh, that's why I can't hear that.
See, we're just banging on all cylinders tonight.
I don't understand what's happening. Audio? No. Monitoring device. Okay. Advanced audio properties? Monitor only. Why can't I hear that?
What are you trying to hear?
I should be hearing audio from the stream coming back to me in my little monitor window, but I'm not. To me,
there is. I had to check. There is audio on the stream now. We did figure that part out.
I can see it. Like I can see it.
Oh, right. It's one of those.
I can see that the audio is happening.
Welcome to my nightmare.
But I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear it? Do I just need to do that? Is that
Yes.
Is that what I did? I don't know. I don't care. We'll just mute it and pretend it's working.
That sounds amazing. I totally.
Well, that's a good start.
It is. Hi, sir. Let's try this again. That sounds amazing. How
Hello.
have you been? It's been. Let's see if we can run through that. It's been a crazy couple weeks.
There has been a lot. Okay, so what I was saying before we realized that there's no audio. So the day after last stream, BattleTech had a thing.
Yes.
Where they let go. Well, actually, okay. Let's back up about 6 months. About 6 months ago, BattleTech let go one of their authors just by quietly not renewing their contract. Made absolutely no stink about it. Just chose not to renew their contract about 6 months ago. And then all of a sudden, here at the end of July, he decides to post this massive rant about he was let go for being a conservative.
Right.
To which the company responded with a statement saying, like, yeah, we did in fact not renew this guy's contract. Which then caused a giant fan base stink. Because people who, have apparently missed the entire franchise for the past 35 years were deciding that that is not a thing. And started flying the BattleTech is for everyone hashtag because BattleTech is for, BattleTech is for racists and transphobes and homophobes and all of that. Like that is the everyone that they were meaning.
Oh,
now
that's problematic.
This happened because a bunch of folk fled Warhammer 40K because Games Workshop, the company that owns 40K, basically had said, we don't want racists in our space. We don't want Nazis in our space. And that was also just like a follow-on from when Wizards of the Coast said basically the same thing. So the Nazis have just been like floating from place to place.
Nice.
And they had ended up at BattleTech because remember that there's that like PDF that was floating around of like woke game companies.
Oh, right. Yes.
And so Catalyst, the folk that own BattleTech, were a yellow.
Oh,
They were
they were only
might be
kind of
bad, but
woke.
they're only kind of woke.
They were sleepy.
They weren't like, yeah, they were, yes. So yeah, so like it was an entire weekend of just like SJWs and woke and there was one that was just like astoundingly idiotic, and I wish I could remember like what but there was this phrase that they kept saying. Oh yeah, so they kept saying the catalyst bent the knee. They bent the knee.
Oh, because of the
thing in the yeah. And I'm just like, all y'all say the exact same phrase.
Yeah.
Like you are zero creative.
Well, it's hilarious that like
yeah.
So the things that I have been called are woke. I've been called a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
The thing I don't understand is that like I'm okay with both of them. Like yes.
Right. Those aren't like bad things. Right.
You're not hurting my feelings by calling me what I am. I don't
like how dare you be for social justice?
Yes, how dare I try to make people's lives better?
How is how is it, why is that a bad thing?
Yeah. And how dare I pay attention to social issues and actively try to make my presence in people's lives less problematic? How dare I?
It's all very strange. Yeah. But then it's just, like it's always the same exact like it's enough to make you think that they are all automated, like even if they're like, because it's the same phrases.
Yeah. I saw a great tweet
like,
actually right before we started this, that because of all of the Trump FBI stuff that's going on, this person had tweeted, one of the greatest moments is in the few hours right after something happens, before the right has been told what to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Too tall, what is shaking, man? How are you doing?
Too tall. And hey, yeah,
I thought that was a funny tweet. Funny tweet.
The latest one I saw was like, I have no words for like how many different kinds of inappropriate it is, because it's a picture of let me try to find it again. I want to like I go on Facebook for like 2 minutes just to make sure like nothing is actively on fire anywhere.
Just to catch up on all your memes.
Yeah, you know, and I saw this one that just I need to find it, because it was both like wrong and incredibly anti-Semitic all at the same time. Nice. So it's so the caption is, so it was in the days of Brandon that each one marked their homes so the FBI and IRS might pass them over, because you know they hired all these IRS agents.
Yes.
That they're not actually hiring IRS agents, they're just like staffing the IRS. Like they just provided funding for regular hires. Right. Like it's not anything special, but it's a picture of like somebody doing like the Passover thing, where, like the blood on the doorposts,
right?
But it's blue, and I'm just like it's so bad. Like
it's just been a weird couple weeks, man.
I am so
bad memes.
I have so many questions.
And then the Anne Hesh stuff. Did you see that today?
Oh yeah. I like that was actually in the Facebook looking. I saw Johnny's thing about it. I'm like, wait, what?
Like there's video floating around of them loading her into the ambulance.
Oh no, we don't need that.
No, we really don't. And supposedly, I guess she's been brain dead for a week. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Don't drink and drive, kids. Like, please don't. We don't.
I'm just so like. I'm just so fascinated by how everything could just be so much.
It is a lot. It's like it is a never-ending like it doesn't end. Like there's no letting up, right?
Right.
It's just constant.
Like I
Constant.
feel like there used to be pauses.
Yeah, where you
right?
could kind
Like,
of
yeah.
Not anymore.
There seems to not be pauses anymore.
Nope. No, it's constant.
And I miss pauses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like pauses were nice.
It's so much. And like yesterday, I wake up, I go to work, I'm sitting at work, and we're having our morning meeting, and I tend to my brain tends to wander when people are talking about things that have nothing to do with me.
Your brain?
For shits and giggles, I checked into TikTok.
Oh no!
It was that video that I posted, and
how's it sitting now?
it made it to 1,300 views.
Oh, okay.
Before it finally slowed down. Yeah, 1357 is where we're at right now, and it has slowed down. It's now back to like 1 or 2 an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, man. There for a minute, it was literally like 100 views within a 30-second time frame. I was like, oh god,
crazy,
this
dude.
isn't good.
That was almost really bad.
Yeah, and I'm at work trying to work and panicking at the same time because I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
This is why Mrs. Pastor doesn't let me have a TikTok.
For what it's worth, I don't think you would be saying things that would make you worry. You know what I mean?
I say things. So my sermon for this Sunday is quite literally Jesus is telling people that for the crime of telling people to love one another, everyone's going to hate you. Because that's like, what they're going to do to him.
Right.
Like, that's literally my sermon for Sunday is like
you're supposed
saying
to be hated.
that people who are poor matter really makes people mad for some reason.
It is weird.
Like back to the whole social justice warrior thing.
Yeah. Little bit. We gotta. I don't know. I saw California is
I don't get it.
the first state who's going to give free lunches in public school.
Oh, good. How? Like, I just don't understand why we haven't done that.
Yeah.
Like
we're here.
It's public school, then there should just be free lunch too.
I mean, there's a lot of people involved in making that decision, I'm sure.
It's just so fascinating. Like there's so many things that just should exist that I don't understand why they don't.
Because I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. My mom got her first tattoo.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's fun.
Now I've finally decided what my next one's gonna be.
Are you gonna share with the class, or is it gonna be a surprise?
No, I'm gonna wait until it's done. As of this
Okay,
moment,
so
one person knows. Well, two kind
So
of.
in about 3 years, when you finally get
You know
around
what?
to it,
Shut your word hole.
tell me I'm wrong.
I was actually thinking I'm going to a tattoo parlor this weekend. Whether it gets done this weekend or not, I don't know. But I'm going to go in and talk to people this weekend.
Okay.
To see.
Now, is this Knuckles or is this?
Yes, it is all of them. All of them.
Oh.
All 8 of them. It's just
I
not
was
my
thinking
thumbs.
I was thinking you were going to do like both Knuckles, and I was getting confused.
No, this way. I'm doing these and then those as well.
So
To all of the
60
knuckles.
Knuckles?
I mean, no, it's 8.
Well, but if you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah,
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's 16. You're right. is 16.
Yeah, because you're doing
I
like
can't math. Dude, I've been
these
programming all
knuckles
day.
and these knuckles.
You're right.
These knuckles.
These knuckles.
Wait, is that what you're getting on your knuckles?
Yes.
These knuckles.
These knucks. It's just gonna be D's, and then you could get
Like NUKS.
You could get D's nuts put on your knuckles.
Hey.
D's nuts. That would be great.
There you go. Yep.
Jesus. No, let's not do that. What?
Maybe you could do that on like the tiny little end knuckles. Like the not quite knuckles.
Just
that
these right here, just really tiny.
Yeah,
These nuts.
right under your like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that would not cause me any issues in the future.
No, none at all.
I actually think the ones I'm getting on my big knuckles are going to be, people are going to be like, huh? But I think the ones on my little knuckles, people are going to be like, okay, that's fucking cool.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah. Because the big knuckles are more like a me thing. And then the little knuckles are more like, well, I guess it's all a me thing. I don't know. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm
just looking forward to it when it show up next time and it just says D's nuts.
D's nuts. I'm down. I am down.
Or like eat at Joe. Well, that doesn't fit.
Eat.
I mean, you could do
Eat my ass. Right there. Eat.
Yeah, that would fit.
Ass. Yep.
Yep.
No, let's not do that. Let's not put that on the knuckles.
Oh, okay.
That would be really awkward. Especially if someone only saw one hand.
Eat them.
Eat them, or yeah, or what is yes? I don't understand.
Well, then
Yes?
one of the little knuckles could be queen. Like,
Yeah, yes, queen. All of a sudden, my knuckles are becoming like a puzzle. You can put all sorts of words together just by the different ways you hold your hands. I like
Mad Libs of knuckles.
it. I like it. I like it. God. So what else you been up to the last couple of weeks?
Oh gosh, what else have I been up to the past couple of weeks? I think I have my first draft of my papers done, which is nice.
Oh.
And now I'm just like sitting on them, and then this week I need to like go through and do the whole looking at everything thing. Make sure like they feel right.
How does that work? Like, are these like midterms? Or are these like finals? How does it? Like...
These are kind of finals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That was quick.
Well, because it's like you have a crap ton of reading, and then you have 2 weeks of class, and then you just have like 2 rather large projects to do.
You had two weeks of class, was it? It was like,
yeah.
Here, read some books, and then come to class for a couple weeks.
It was like 8 to 4 for a week for one class, 8 to 4 for a week for the next class,
and that's it.
And that's it.
Wait,
and then these massive papers.
Is that the entire thing, or is this like?
Oh no, I do
a
that
semester.
That is like a semester.
Okay.
So I do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times total, and then it's like work on my actual final project that decides my fate and if I become a doctor.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
Yeah, so I've got one paper. Let's see. So one paper is for one class. That one is scrolly. 15 and a half pages for one paper. Roundabouts. Yeah, 15 and a half. And then the other one is scrolly. Other one is 11 pages and 3 lines.
11 pages and 3 lines.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Like it's on the 12th page, but it's just 3 lines, so it doesn't really count.
No, that's fair. It just seems like you would be in classes more. Stop that.
Well, and that's it. I mean, it's kind of designed to like not be in. Like, it's designed around not being in class because it's like it's a degree that everyone knows that like you have a day job for.
No, that's fair.
Like
That's
it's
true.
designed around everybody having day jobs.
That is true.
It's not like a PhD where like all you do is school for until your advisor decides they don't need a slave anymore.
A slave anymore. It's fair. It's fair. I found a
Yeah.
new video game.
Oh, what did you found?
It's called V Rising.
That's the like vampire, like the vampire
Yes.
survival game, right?
Yes, and it's actually a lot of fun, and I think it would be amazing with a bunch of people.
I had looked at it. I just like
It's like WoW,
like,
but you're a
survival
vampire.
games are just so not my thing.
It's not really a survival game as much as it is like a collecting stuff to build things. Like
Well, see,
you
'cause I
build a
thought it was
castle.
like, huh?
Like you're collecting resources to build like armor and weapons and to make your castle bigger
Okay.
and stuff like that. It's not like a you need to eat or you're gonna die. I mean, you do because you're a vampire. You need to eat the blood or whatever.
Hmm.
You can turn into a wolf. I'm working my way up so I can turn into a bat and fly around, which would be dope.
Wait, so you can be like a vampire werewolf?
Well, no, you turn into a wolf. That's your like travel form, so you can run around faster.
Oh, okay.
It's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
So like, what is? Oh, so what's the DLC?
I think it's
Wait,
just
I can be a bear?
yes. You can work your way up to be. There is a bear form. There is a moonkin form. No, it's a bear. You can be a bear.
So we're druids. Okay.
Yes. I don't know. Like in the wolf form, you can't like attack anyone in wolf form. It's just to move around. I don't know if the bear form is any different. Like I don't know if you can.
Oh,
If it's
I mean, that's
useful or
fine.
not.
Like, just turning into a bear is a big positive for me.
The bears are pretty cool. I fought a couple bears. It's fun
So
though.
like what would like I'm just nervous about it because like I don't like I just don't know because like I know how I am with Minecraft where like I get really into it for a second and then I'm like done.
Right. Well, I will say, so I put a bunch of hours into it this week, and I'm at a point where I can tell that this would be more fun with more people. It's like WoW.
Okay.
Like I set up that WoW server once, my own private WoW server, and it was great for like a week, and then it was like, okay, this is the dumbest thing I have ever done.
Okay.
Because it's not fun without other people, and it's meant to be played with other people. Like it's a multiplayer game, but you can set up your own like personal server and invite people to it.
Oh. Okay.
So it's meant to be.
So I don't
played
have to
with other
deal with
people.
like randos.
No, and it's like you can get a 10-slot server that just runs on a machine in the cloud somewhere for like $14 a month.
Huh. Because that's like I don't want to deal with randos.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Randos would be obnoxious, especially because you can like take other people's castles.
Oh,
you
that's
can raid
like
them.
asking for
Yeah,
problems.
yeah. And there's like PvP servers and PvE servers, and there's co-op servers. I don't know. It's fun though. But I was all excited. I was gonna spend the weekend like leveling my castle and shit, and then fucking Spider-Man dropped today. So my vampiring is on hold. I downloaded
you-
it and installed
Well, you
it.
spider a man.
Yeah, I downloaded it. Yes, I'm going. No, I'm gonna man the spider.
Oh, okay.
Which Spider-Man? It's the remastered one from PlayStation that they just ported over to PC. It just got released today.
Wait, there's a just sometimes I just have so many questions about the games that Steam recommends to me. Like I just saw this one, The Mortuary Assistant.
Yes, I've been recommended that one as well.
So where's
Uh,
Spider-Man? Spider-Man
I
does
go.
whatever a Spider can.
It is. It
Is that
is.
the theme song? Because there's no other theme song but that theme song.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not even been able to boot it up yet. I literally
Oh,
just downloaded it and
that
installed it.
looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks really good. And it was supposedly made. I almost bought a PlayStation just to play this game,
Oh dang!
and then decided not to because that's stupid. It's
So like
really not smart.
PC optimized graphics.
We'll see how it is with my gigantic monitor.
It has ultra wide monitor support.
Yeah, that should be pretty dope, actually. Swinging.
Mhm.
None of y'all want to play with me here and head pat my cat girl?
I have some questions.
I don't want to answer. I don't want the answers to those questions, so I'm good. I think I know the answers to most of those questions.
That's fair. Um, I've been I haven't been playing too many games lately. I've been playing like games here and there, like playing a little bit of Bear and Breakfast. Because I'm a bear owning a bed and breakfast. Like,
Right, I
how's that
remember.
not awesome?
It took me a minute. I think my brain had blanked that out that it existed.
Yeah, yeah. Because like Stray was real fun, but I'm like, there's no reason to go back and play it again, which is
Right.
kind of too bad.
Yeah. Like I kind of want to play it on the stream, but I
Yeah.
started it last week and then we were like, oh, let's look at TikToks. And we just looked at TikTok. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
last week's stream got hit. I need to go look at it. Last week's stream got hit so hard with the MCA shit that it got knocked off the internet.
Wow. All right, dude.
All because of one specific song from an artist that I really enjoy on TikTok, and it played a couple times. I just got
Okay.
Game Pass. I'm having game paralysis. Too many things to play. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Game
hard.
Pass will do
Yeah.
that. Game Pass will, and that's my problem too. So I got V Rising, and then I've got Spider-Man that dropped today, and then I still have all my Lego games that I started that I got from the Humble Bundle.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I need to just take some time off work and play video games for a couple weeks to get caught back up again. Just calling sick. I've got the Rona for 2 weeks. I'm gonna go play Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then it's like City Builder I've been waiting for drops.
I saw that you don't really play FIFA, do you? Is that your thing?
No, I kind of stopped.
I heard they announced that FIFA is not going to be a thing anymore. Anyone
I
else
heard
disappointed
yeah.
with Sandman? Fuck you! I'm amazed with Sandman. I'm so excited. Why are you disappointed with it? I'm super excited. I'm only on it. I've watched 3 episodes though. I've still got some more to do.
It's EA Sports FC now.
Oh, are they just changing the name?
Yeah, because they lost their
They
lost their something.
like the actual FIFA thing.
Yeah.
Oh, poor babies.
After EA and FIFA failed to reach an agreement over licensing fees for the use of the FIFA name, FIFA 23 will be the last installment of the game developed by EA Sports. After this, EA Sports will continue to release football games under the title EA Sports FC. FIFA has stated an intention to enter a partnership with a new developer to produce the only authentic real game that has the FIFA name.
Oh.
Uh,
So there's just
So
going to
they're
be
fixing to
multiple
cheat on-
FIFA games now.
yeah. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I think it's all weird. Like sports games licensing is
It is
a
weird.
nightmare of weird.
It is weird. I'm surprised with Sandman how much they got Dream to look like Dream. Like that dude in that first episode looked just like him. It was weird. It was kind of creepy. And there's so many scenes that look like stills from the comic. It's a little shocking. I'm enjoying it so far.
That is a cat girl and a super busy UI.
Of course.
Actually, that's not quite as busy a UI as I expected from you, Sang.
I mean, that is true. You can still see what's going on, so
There's
you're not
a
playing
whole
a healer,
left side
are you?
of your screen that there's nothing there.
It's true. That looks surprisingly wowish, doesn't it?
It makes sense.
I mean, that's true.
Like the fact that WoW is still going.
It's horrifying to me. So explain why should we be disappointed? Oh, the crafting ones are closed. Or why are you disappointed?
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about your disappointment, Sang.
Tell me about your
why.
disappointment. Wait, they're coming out with another WoW expansion?
Of course. Is that even like? I think I'm 3 or 4 behind now. 4. I think 1 came out. And I didn't even. You didn't like it? Oh man, sorry. Did you read the comic back in the day?
So how many people supposedly play WoW still?
12. The next expansion is going to be $3,000 a piece.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. How many people play WoW?
WoW server population. It is still considered the #1 MMO.
On several of the trade paperbacks. 34,000 active players at any given moment, with around 4.8 million people subscribed.
Huh.
It's kind of shocking, actually. Wasn't it like 10 million when we were playing?
Probably. I could. Huh.
Oh, wow.
FX is so popular. I always hit a Q logging in. Now, is that because it's popular, or is that because
Their servers suck.
they don't have enough servers?
Yes, the answer to both is yes.
So the next one, like, do you get to ride a dragon? Oh, there's a new dragon race. So that's something.
There have been eight major expansions. 8? Oh, I'm way behind.
Okay, so there is vanilla.
Yeah. Burning Crusade.
Was the Burning Crusade. There was Wrath of the Lich King, and then I stopped caring.
Yeah, I stopped there. There was Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria,
Okay.
Warlords of Draenor, Legion, Battle for Azeroth, and the Shadowlands, and now Dragonflight. Holy shit. I'm way behind.
Wow.
There are 2 scenes in Sandman that were amazing screen reshoots. The one where he re-enters the dreaming for the first time, and the one where he's sitting in the chair, shrouded in shadows, being all creepy. The next WoW expansion, you get a new race with new flying that they already nerfed.
How did they already nerf it?
Because they don't like us having nice things, of course.
I mean, there is that.
Why would they?
Huh.
It was too
It
fast.
was too fast.
That's
Okay.
fair. We don't want.
So they couldn't charge real money for a better mount because
Right.
it flew too fast.
Yep. Of course.
Do you remember that dude that was a gold farmer that was in our guild? That was just like, he was really cool as long as he wasn't working.
I don't recall a gold farmer in the guild. Maybe I do.
There was this dude, like, yes, saying it was you. Like, I swear there was a dude who, like, he would just gold farm all day long, but then, like, when he was off, he would be able to, like, actually play the game.
Oh, weird. Uniballer?
Yeah.
Was that his name? Uniballer?
It might have been.
I don't remember that.
I mean,
Why?
you were drunk at the time.
Why is live chat not keeping up with top chat? That's frustrating.
Wait, Top Chat is what?
Like, I didn't see those comments until I switched to top chat.
I mean, my live chats
Well,
appears to be on the ball.
you, sir, I guess I'm laggy.
I mean, probably.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, Boris and Waz. I do like vaguely wonder like what they did with their lives.
Where are Boris and Waz now?
Where are Boris and Waz now?
That could be like a sitcom. Whatever happened to Boris and Waz?
Adventures of Boris and Waz.
Just weird. It's weird to think of Boris and Waz as like married
they're
and with
adults now.
kids and shit. It's just fucking
They're
weird.
solidly adults now. And Waz, like, I can kind of see it. Like, he was all right until Boris showed up, and it, like, Boris made everything weird.
All the time. So this is just Boris's job, I feel like.
Constantly making it weird.
Our little guild was something else, man.
It really was. And then, like, what? Like,
It's always funny to log on and get a tell ask you for a read.
constantly.
There would be
kicking
times
them out of
that-
the guild.
I remember times that you would literally log in just to boot him from the guild and then log back out. Like, all right.
Like, something would be happening on the website, and I'd log on from the forums, kick him, and maybe like check the auction house. And then
Right, be like, all right. See you guys tomorrow. All right.
oh. And then what was the dude that like he's the one that like basically got us all kicked out of COA and then like decided he was going to start his own guild and then he just left.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name? Because he was like the reason why NV happened and then he bailed.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was
Oh.
wasn't he was like super raider guy. Like he wanted to raid all the time. And
It was after.
Was it a
No,
Nexus?
it was after him.
A Nexus?
Because wasn't that the one that we're still not sure if Oz had a thing with his wife?
Oh.
Was that him?
I don't know, man. I never told you
I
guys
never
how
told
I
you guys.
stumbled into a
Actually
prude
stumbled
guild.
into a prude guild.
Wow.
Didn't like. Yikes.
Wow.
I in between COA and NV, I ended up like the paladin leader of this other guild that Crispy, that was his name.
Crispy, yes. Yes.
Crispy drugged me into this other guild and he like never fit in and I immediately became like a guild officer somehow.
I remember
Still
that.
not entirely sure how that happened. And then like all y'all started NV and I'm like, sorry guys, got a piece. Like
I remember that because like we were trying to get the guild like off the ground, but you like were in this other raiding guild, and we were like, well, how weird is that? Like we all left the guild to go start a guild, and you're like, I'm gonna go be over here. I thought we were starting a guild.
Before like it was before everybody like Crispy was starting the thing on the side and didn't like tell anybody what was happening, and I'm like happily in this other raiding guild that he found me.
Yeah,
Like-
I remember that.
Oh, dude, that
I
was
forgot all
crazy
about
times.
Crispy. He was drama.
Crispy. He was drama.
Very
There's a
dramatic.
lot of people that were drama.
Yeah. What was that girl?
Oh,
She's on Facebook. I think you're friends with her on Facebook, Sang.
Yeah.
I see her pop up every now and then. And I'm just like,
that Sang's friends with on Facebook?
yeah. And she was like always mid-crisis. There was always crisis going on. Like drama, and she was like homeless but logging into what? Yeah. There it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one.
There was a lot of There was a lot of managing people in that game.
Because there were 3 or 4 people that were like constantly getting divorced. Like they weren't getting divorced. They were just constantly like in the process of getting divorced.
Yeah.
They were in the state of getting divorced.
Dude, it's been a long time. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. You were going through some shit, too.
Dude, we all were. We all were. All of us were going through some stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of a mess. We were not.
No.
There's a reason that we got drunk, got naked, and went fishing in fucking dead mines.
And occasionally got naked in the game too.
Right. Naked on vent, you know.
Oh,
that was the thing. I don't know, man.
The amount of times that like
so dumb.
We were certainly in a place.
We were. That was a thing.
I miss those days, but I don't miss those days.
Right. Exactly. I miss.
Oh, the naked. There was the naked.
Oh, the naked torn raid was hilarious.
Cybered with that one dude.
Because the server was down.
We made like level 1 target.
And that dude was like, he was like a level 20 or something, and he was like trying to.
Nonsense.
He was trying to be all like, "I'll help you out, girl."
Oh man.
I was like, "I'll be right back. We're gonna go get some gold." Hey, dude. That was fun though.
Oh, one of the most fun moments was, and it was another time the server was down. We were just like, maybe let's roast. Like, it was fun playing on the Horde side. Let's do this again. And that's where Osnogard came from.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. Hold on. Let's see if we can emulate the Oz typing. Yeah. Get my microphone right down here.
No, it's not quite. It has to be on. It's this. Because it was literally
right.
Like he typing on his keyboard loud on his laptop because he played on a laptop without a mouse. No wonder he was not good at raiding.
He didn't play it. He didn't even have a mouse.
No, he played for a long time.
He played on a touchpad.
When we were doing the 3v3 stuff, he was using a touchpad. It like,
oh my god,
we were fighting other people and he was using a touchpad. I was like, how? What? How do you even do that?
I mean, like, I remember for a while there, like I literally had just one button that I was pressing, but you still need a mouse.
Yeah, on my rogue,
like once you get your macro set, it was just like one button.
On my rogue, it was definitely 3. It was around 3 buttons because you had to build up to the next ones and then through the
was. Let's see. I can't. I need a window where I'm like not gonna type anything weird. Steam search, that'll work. It was 9162 something like that. Like,
man, you did not have your shit set up right then, man, because you could literally just do 1 1 1 2 1 1 3.
Oh no, so because you had 3 things. Like there was one thing that you did, like it was basically like when you get like triples and doubles next to each other, like that was the rotation that paladin tanks had.
Oh, weird.
Like you had one thing, like you had 2 that you would switch back and forth between, and then you would do like a 3 with 3 other skills. So you had to kind of like, it was so weird. So you couldn't just like have 2 buttons. You had to like,
well, you needed bubble and hearth, right? So you needed at least 2 buttons, and then you needed your auto attack.
No, I needed that the thing that just like made the ground hot. Oh
yeah,
where I just run in and like drop it around a corner.
You would always run into a room and it was like the He-Man pose because you would go it was like a fart.
Yep. I would fart out this thing on the ground and
the
kill
He-Man
everything.
fart. It was amazing.
And I loved when we did like pick up 5-mans with like because we just needed like some rando for something. And we like the number of times we had to explain, like, no, like you just stand there.
don't
What?
worry. He'll bring it to you. It's fine. Just hold on.
Like, but he hasn't been come back yet. He's gonna die. No, it's fine.
I remember. I'm pretty sure it was Deadmine. Maybe it was. I don't remember. It was some lower level thing, and we were taking someone through it, and there was a. God. He ended up in the guild. It was that healer. That was super quiet. He was super quiet, and he had a panic attack.
Yes.
Because he didn't know what to do. He was trying to heal you, and you were like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
Like, no, just don't
stop it.
Do anything. Like, it'll be fine. I will tell you.
The only time y'all took me on raids, were raids to finish up the boss in CG. Yeah.
Oh,
CG
man.
was fun.
I liked. What was the one? It was the one like after Kara. Because Kara was just stupid. Like the number, I spent so much time in that stupid raid.
I was in Kara 3 times, and every time it turned into an absolute disaster. And it was like an 8-hour raid. I don't know why it took so long.
Well, and I ran like because I was the competent tank. Like I always had to run it. It was just like because there'd be somebody that needed some piece of gear from Kara. Yeah. I was like, fine.
Yeah, there was a lot of gear that dropped in there. I remember. I should rephrase that. I only finished Kara 3 times because there was like a second boss that most of my gear would drop on. So I would just go do up to the second boss, and then everyone would tap out and be like, "No, we don't want to do the last one."
Right. Because there was one boss that was absolutely just like
to fish.
Stupid.
To fish up in CG. That
makes more sense. That actually does make a lot more sense.
There was, we took you on the drunk ones.
Well, yeah, you always went on the drunk ones with my flaming shovel.
Yeah, that shovel.
I was so proud of that shovel.
It was a good shovel.
I spent do you know how, like, I can't express how much time I wasted farming that stupid, because I needed the specific shovel that could actually take the fiery enchant.
Yeah. Dude, all of us. Okay, I spent forever fishing, getting my fishing to 300 or whatever, so that I could go get the fishing pole that was the only fishing pole that did damage. And it did like 10 points of damage or something stupid like that. But it was like the highest level fishing pole you could get, but it did damage.
Pretty sure we put fiery on that too.
Put fire on everything that we could.
We did.
Like,
what was wrong with us, man?
No, what was right with us is the question. We were playing the game wrong, but we were doing it right.
It really was. Like, I'm mostly confident that just the entirety of the time I was playing WoW, I was drunk.
Yeah. Me as well.
I have finally gotten to the point where, like, because there was a while there, like, I wasn't drinking at all, and I'm finally to the point where I can like enjoy alcohol again.
Yeah, I keep thinking about going and buying a bottle of bourbon because I bought one. It was like my birthday, I think, was the last time we drank. I bought a bottle of bourbon, and it lasted us like a week.
It's nice when things last a while.
Yeah. Not me doing all the Pandaria fishing quests to get the water walking bug.
See, like, by the time Pandaria happened, like, I was long gone.
I remember in the Lich King there was so much grinding in the Lich King for like the proto dragon, and
there was a chicken. There was like a chicken, like a blue chicken mount that I really wanted, and I did so much grinding for that blue chicken mount.
I just remember, so that proto dragon, this is one of the reasons that I was like, this fucking game is eating me alive. That proto dragon, there was a daily quest you could do because they'd introduced the dailies that you could go do. There were like a whole bunch of them, and one of them you would get this egg, and then you'd have to sit on this fucking egg for like a week, and then after a week it would hatch, and you may or may not get a proto dragon. And I did that for months and months and months. And there was one other place you could get the proto dragon. It was a random drop on one of the first 5-man bosses, and it was like a 1% chance for this fucking proto dragon.
Yep.
And I finally ended up in a I got a whisper from someone, and they were like, "Hey, you're looking for that proto dragon, right?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "We just got one to drop, but we all have it already. Would you like it?" And I was like, "Yes, please."
Yeah.
And I went and got it, and like the next day, my egg that I had been working on for a week finally cracked and got another fucking proto dragon.
Yep. Okay, so I'm looking at a list. So I had the armored bear mount, because of course I did. I had polar bear mount, because of course I did. I had a couple of the dragons. Snowy Griffin didn't care. What was the name of that chicken? Like, because it was definitely a chicken.
Yeah, I had a lot of pets. I remember when they collapsed the pets down into like that key ring thing, so you didn't have to use up all the bank slots for them. Oh, the spirit beasts. I never did the spirit beasts. I don't think.
I also I was so like non-committal on my professions. Like I would level 1 all the way up and then be like, no, I don't want this one anymore.
Yeah.
And like do something else.
Yeah. Reminded me of the daily egg quest in Ngoro Crater to get the little raptor mount.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was fun.
Didn't you like switch to a different server for a while on your healer?
Yeah, because my friends that got me into WoW had joined a raiding guild, and they kept saying, "Come raid with us, come raid with us." And I took my priest over there. My priest that I leveled holy because I was like, I had done everything else, so I was like, I'm gonna do a priest, but I'm gonna do it holy because fuck you. That's why. And took her over there, and I think I ended up taking my main over there for a minute. Because they wanted we had enough healers and they wanted DPS, and I was like, I've got a tune I can bring over, and then it just turned into a job, and I was like, I am done, so I brought them all back.
That's what I always liked about like our little group. Like we never we didn't take anything seriously.
No, not at all.
So it never got to be the job. Like we did raids. It was just like we just did it for fun.
Yeah, I would always get pulled into that 20-man raid with the dragon.
Oh,
it was flying around, and I didn't even know what was going on. I was just like, shoot at shit. I'm like, okay. At least this game, you only need one character because you can do all the jobs after training. You just have to hold a shit ton of gear. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see, I had Uth. I had a Death Knight. I think I had a Druid.
I liked my Death Knight. I could never get it leveled all the way, though. It was just a grind. Remember trying to kill world bosses with no prep?
I still remember like tripping into Hogger in that first zone and like trying to figure out why all of a sudden my face was getting rolled.
I remember walking out of that main city in the vanilla WoW. The fuck was it? I can't remember. There's a castle. It's a big castle.
Stormhold?
Yes.
Storm something?
Walking out of Stormhold, and there's a Tauren hunter, and he's looking at me, and he just goes, "Keck," and I was like, "What?" And behind him was this gigantic thing that he had kited from across the entire map. Had kited it through like 4 zones to get to the castle. It was some world boss. Brought it to the castle and then let it go. I was like, all right. Stormwind, yes.
The server I started on was a PvP server, and like there was this guild that would basically like they had Alliance and Horde characters, and they would just camp out at bridges, and like they'd have a character like that was Alliance on one end of the bridge, and just be like, you gotta pay the toll, and if you didn't pay the toll, then like their Horde sidekicks would come in and just like crush you.
Wow.
Like it just got, and this was like in vanilla days, so like all of the raiding was at that one town on like the north end of because that was the only place where you could like really do PvP with like the two people close together.
Yeah. I remember my healer. So whenever I wasn't raiding on my healer, I would have to go do dailies so that I could get all my gear to raid on the
Go
weekends.
to raid. Yeah.
Right. And so many times I would run into this horde priest who was a shadow priest. And of course I'm spec'd out holy, raiding priest. And every single time they would flip their flag to PvP. And the first time it happened, I was like, I wonder, how would it be fighting another person with a holy priest? So I flipped and we went at it, and it was weird. It was weird because neither of us could kill each other. I didn't have enough DPS to kill him.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't have enough to, like, I could just heal anything he hit me with.
Right.
But we went for like an hour one night, and then from that point on, whenever I would see that dude flip his flag to PvP, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. I've got shit to do.
It's like whenever I'd
City
spec,
raids, yeah.
because every so often I ended up having to like respec a holy because we just wouldn't have a healer,
Right.
and I just always was in shock at like I could not heal like an entire group to save my life, but like I could just sit and single target heal for days.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Like,
There was me and the healer in that PvP or in that raiding guild used to have crit offs. We used to do that too when you were spec holy.
oh yeah.
When you had those holy shoulders, we would do the crit offs to see who could heal the most the fat, like in one crit heal.
Yeah.
Dude, the gear that I got raiding was like stupid. It was stupid how much you could just like poof. I'm gonna heal 6 times what you have there.
Well, and that was so much fun is like because I tended to roll with priests, like there would be all of this like druid healing gear that would drop. They'll be like, I'll take it.
Yeah, sure. You
I'll
and
take it.
what's his butt had the same Healy shield, the shoulders, those like vine things.
Yes. I love my plant shoulders.
Was the only hunter that never spec'd marksman. See, I kept my marksmanship even when marks turned into like the shittiest build you could do and everyone switched to beast mode.
I mean, you didn't really need to go beast whatever because Woofles was Woofles.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Like Woofles just woofled. Like,
can you imagine Woofles with me spec'd Beastmaster? That would have been a nightmare.
dude,
I actually think I did
would've-
spec a little bit toward the end
He would've
because I
been a
was
problem.
grinding. Yeah, that would have been not a pleasant experience. It was a disaster. It's an absolute disaster.
that kitty cat, man, like
Oh,
he caused so many problems.
but everybody loved him, even when he wiped raids.
Well, yeah, like how could you not? He was very cuddly.
He was.
Like there sometimes I wasn't sure if I was tanking the
He
dungeon
listened.
or if he was.
Your raids were the only ones that he started to like pay attention.
He always did listen to me.
Like, okay. I named one of my retainers that. He's a burly lion humanoid that has an attitude That's fucking Woofles.
I think I knew what it was. I pet him every single
did.
time.
You did every time, right before you would pull, he would be like, okay, come here.
Gotta pet Woofles.
Okay.
Yep. I think that's what and I brought him food. I gave him scritches and I brought him food.
That's all it takes, man.
That's all he needs.
To pacify the demon that was Woofles.
Yep.
Just needed a Twinkie and some ear scritches.
And see, and if people would just learn, you just need scritches and food.
It's true. That's very true. Let's take a break. I need some fluids,
Yes.
and to get rid of some fluids, we'll be
So
right.
adding and subtracting fluids.
Yes, we're
In the meantime,
in the by and by.
tell us let's see, what is if you were going to start up in Vanilla WoW again,
Ooh.
what class would you roll?
Ooh, that's a good question. All right.
If you were going to do it again, what would you roll?
For like your main?
For like your main.
If you could only have one.
If you could only have one.
There we
go. Yeah. Okay.
All right. We'll be right back in a minute with your bill. We're back.
Okay, so we got Hunter, duh, from Sang, Warrior or Druid from Genova. Well, but which one? You gotta pick one.
Yeah, it is. What would you?
Yeah,
What would you
like
pick?
it is. I mean, I'd probably do Pally again, but
Really?
it's vanilla, so it depends. Like if it's only vanilla, then I'd probably go Warrior. But if it's like vanilla, knowing that BC is going to happen, then I'd go Pally. Because vanilla Pallies were useless.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. If we're playing by vanilla rules, then I probably 100% would go Rogue. Because the Rogues were OP as shit.
Oh yeah.
But it would be between Hunter and a Rogue. Those were my favorites. I loved all of my tunes though so much.
I would think real hard about Chamois, but I love my Paladin.
I love my Paladin. I have my little Holy Shock. She was amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, and in vanilla you had what was that? There was that one skill that
Bubble
basically
Hearth.
could
That's all you needed.
well, bubble. There was this one thing where if you you had to spec for it, but you could just build up a ton of crits and just have them in the bank, and then you could just crit 5 at a time.
Oh god, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah, it was brutal.
That sounds like a PvP nightmare.
It was. That's why they nerfed it. But it was the only good thing in the Paladin tree. That and cleanse. That was it. Oh yeah. So yeah. So you would. Um. You would gain an extra attack after being the victim of a critical strike. Um. So like you just turn off auto attack. You'd store up 4 attacks, and then you just walk up, smack.
Whew. That's a nightmare. Vanilla Chamois means no alliance. What did the alliance have?
Alliance had paladins. Horde had
Yeah.
shaman. Oh, and now it's gone. They took it away in Mists of Pandara.
They redid how all the structure of the stuff works. It's not.
Yeah, they like.
They made it dumb.
I looked at a build guide once, and I was like, "Ew." Like you can't customize anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's just you get what you get, and you'll like it.
That sucks. Because part of the reason I liked having my specs, every single one of my tunes had weird specs. Like I leveled my priest holy, right? I had my paladin was in a weird spec. My rogue was in the shadow step spec that nobody used. My hunter was always marksman. Like, see the new tree.
The new tree looks like PoE.
Oh, that sucks.
Like for the new expansion.
Die, little turd.
Wow, Dragonflight talent calculator. Well, let's see. Say go with Pally.
They are immense. You're immense.
Protection. What? That's I hate it. Ew. Oh, I hate it. What is ew? That's awful. And they're all like 1 point? What? That's stupid. Ew.
There we go.
Why would you do that?
I've gotta be better at this. I knew I wrote something down in the to-do list to talk to you about this week.
And you can't read it?
No, I pulled it up and I see it. I don't know what the fuck it means.
What does it say?
It just says trauma household. That's it. I don't know.
Huh.
I have no idea. Hunter doesn't have a sept tree for pets, so you have to waste talent points in your own tree for that. That sucks. That's weird.
Yeah. It doesn't help that like I have no idea what any of these skills are anymore.
Yeah.
Talent calculator.
Does Final Fantasy cost money?
Wait, so like you don't get lay on hands for free anymore? What?
1 through 60.
I'm so confused.
Because that's what I need is another game to play right now.
Oh, because like there's a tree, so you can't cross spec at all. Like you can't like spec protection and a little bit of holy.
Oh, weird.
Like you have to. It's all or nothing.
Dude, what is this one? There's a Final Fantasy game coming out next year that looks amazing. Final Fantasy XVI.
Isn't that what he's? Oh, he's been playing XIV.
But you can play with me. Then you can show you my blue mage. Yes, blue minus the E. Like Bluetooth. Wait.
Like I'm blue double D double die.
Double. I'm blue. Double deeble do bop. Blah double dee boo.
Bloop.
Man, this has been a week. I'm exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. I ordered some new piercing gear to stretch my ears out more.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of sucks because like I have tons of jewelry for this ear hole, this size right here. Tons of jewelry.
What size is that?
This is a 0.
Okay.
And
but you want to go to 00.
Yeah, and
Triple
probably 0. Even more after 00.
Okay.
It goes into like 1/4 inch or whatever.
Yeah.
3/4, 7/8, I think is the next one. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this jewelry. You're not supposed to give it to people.
Well, no, because it's been in your ear holes.
But like, what's the difference between that and me giving you a used pair of leather gloves? They've both been in like weird crevices of my body.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Like for some reason it feels different if the hole is small, but like when I can almost put my finger through it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like any other part of my body that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Blue mages are meme fodder. You learn spells from enemies. It is OP, but it is a limited class, so you can't do a lot with them, like a duty support. Poopy support.
Duty.
Yeah, duty. Doo-doo. Duty. We're 12.
I do find myself sometimes, like, I miss the, like, party management aspect of WoW. Like, just that, like, working together for a goal sort of thing.
That's the thing that's missing from V Rising without other people. Because you can like actively fight bosses together and actively build stuff together and it benefits everyone.
Right.
And when you're doing it by yourself, it's like, oh, well, this is a cool game, but it's not the same without other people. But yeah, I miss that.
Let me know when you beat Spider-Man, because it looks like it's what, like $20?
I bought the big one, which was stupid. It's like $60 or something. It was on sale, I think. So I think I got it for cheaper than that. I don't know. I was in a mood.
I'll put it on my wish list, and I'll either watch for sale or because it looked like I was curious.
Yeah, it's fun. The fighting is fun. Like the way the fighting works is interesting. And it's vampire.
Yeah, $20 for the base game.
There's day cycles
and then,
that are cool.
Oh, okay.
So you have to stay in the shadows.
You have to sleep during the day?
No, you can go out, but you have to stay in the shadows. You can only be in the light for a certain amount of time before you start taking damage, like crazy amounts of damage.
Okay.
So you do not want to get stuck out in the sunlight. But you can
does it have like RPG-ish elements?
I mean, there's not like quests or anything.
And there's not like so like are there like skill trees or things?
There are different skills. There are different types of vampire that you can be.
Okay.
As you are progressing, you just kind of learn stuff. You get things by killing bosses, right? And when a boss dies, you suck their blood and you get stuff from them.
Okay.
So you can't really say like I'm only going to do this one tree. You just kind of get stuff throughout. But you can choose which stuff you're going to use because you can't use all of it at once. So you pick the stuff that you want to like use.
Okay. So like you can have a whole bunch of stuff, but you can't be like everything. You can only be some things.
Right. And you can choose
you have
different weapons. Like there's like a polearm thing that you can do that's really good for fighting one person. But sucks for fighting a group of people. But then there's a sword that has a special ability where you spin around, you hit a whole bunch of people at once. So you can like, depending on the fight, you can kind of do whatever.
I gotcha.
It's fun though, and you can like, you can create subordinates that do stuff for you and protect your castle for you, and
All right, it's on my wish list. So
It's fun.
like, I'll wait for either a sale or when you're done with Spider-Man,
Okay. Spider-Man and
and then we
Lego
could play it on
and-
stream.
We could. We could. It would be interesting. If
Speaking
we
of playing anything on stream, where is Reaper?
I don't know. I know, right? I don't know where he's at. Should someone check on him? How do we check on Reaper?
How do we spell an email correctly?
And he hears it and wakes him out of his slumber.
Also, I haven't seen Bar Lazy tonight.
I know. I think he may have said something last week about not being here this week.
Okay, he might be having life.
Yeah, I think he was going somewhere.
Okay,
I don't quite remember.
as long as he's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. He did, you weren't here last week. He did lose his job.
Oh no.
The people who were going to buy the place where he was working, it fell through, and so they just let everybody go.
Ugh, that's rough.
Like literally last Friday, he had no idea what was coming. But sounds like the boss was trying really hard to help find them all jobs and stuff. So
Okay.
that's cool, at least.
But still, like, very not fun.
Not at all. Very stressful. Always very stressful.
My dog is over here not deciding like what room she wants to be in. Like she doesn't want to be like in the room just with me, and she doesn't want to be in the room just with her mom. And right now she's locked out of the room, and Mrs. Pastor is in here, and so the dog is about to panic.
Oh no.
Oh, and now it's a very interesting scene that I'm watching here. Because she has so far not interacted with me at all.
Oh.
She's just interacting with Mrs. Pastor, but like wanting to be in the room with me, but not in the room with me.
It's more like it wants to be on the other side of the door no matter what's on the other side of the door. Grass is always greener kind of deal.
And yeah, so she is dog.
She is dog. I are dog. We are dog.
So there's so much happening. Like there's so much drama in the everywhere.
There's so much. And it's hard to process any of it anymore. Like that dude called that other dude a motherfucker this week. That was a thing that happened in politics.
Yeah.
It's looking more and more like President Trump might actually be going to jail for realsies.
I mean, he probably won't, because like that just would be like horribly ineffective for everyone.
Well, they said
like it seems pretty credible that I mean, they took a lot of stuff that he shouldn't have out of his house,
and like it's possible that so he took nuclear codes, which is not a thing you're supposed to do.
I'm pretty sure they haven't like straight up said that yet.
I mean, that's what
they
they
were
were
all but said it.
That's what they were looking for. Whether they found them or not, we don't know yet. But if he had them, that's already not good, because he signed a bill to make it not good. That's the other part of it.
That is the funniest part about all of this, is that like he is potentially going to be charged under a bill that he signed.
Yes, that he did it to himself, right? Because they were so mad
That's
about her
gonna be
emails.
the most hilarious part about this.
Yeah.
I also love that the head of the FBI is somebody that he appointed.
Right. The entire thing, like he did this to himself. And so like if he did take the codes, that's bad, right? But there's also the possibility that he gave those codes to other people.
Yep. I mean, presumably those change often.
Well, yeah, they supposedly, that was the whole thing. There's Barlazy.
Hey,
There we
Barlazy.
go. No, you're
Thanks
fine.
for popping in. Enjoy your house guests.
Just glad to know you're doing all right. We were worried for it. We were worried.
Turn the fan on when you use the bathroom. It's just polite.
Right. That's
I mean, if you have house guests, like, so that you don't, nobody needs to hear nobody wants to hear anybody else.
Do you not turn the fan on when you don't have house guests?
I mean, if I'm gonna be stinky.
Well, right.
But if I'm like just at home by myself, I'm not gonna turn, like,
You don't
it's noisy.
I guess I never thought about that. Well, I guess I'm never really at home alone.
Well,
so I just always turn the fan on. It's just natural.
like if ever, yeah, like, I mean, if ever anyone who like doesn't live here is here, like, I absolutely turn a fan on every time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Something feels sketchy about this entire thing. I don't know what it is. But okay, so if he did give those codes to someone else, presumably the Russian government, he would be the first president who could technically be put to death for what he did. Well, I don't know.
So I've seen an interesting take that, like, in order to not make the Secret Service's life miserable, Biden pardons Trump on the condition that, like, he never runs for office again, with like some stipulation that, like, if he does run for office again, like,
directly to jail.
So yeah, do not pass go. And then, like, Biden falls on that political sword and lets, like, all the other Democratic candidates, like, yell at him in 24 for doing that.
Or, you know, Trump is what happens when you play games like Fable and only make evil choices. That's true.
But when you do that, you still save the world. So I don't think.
I mean, we could be in like an Anakin Skywalker moment where, like, we're bringing equilibrium to the Force, and in doing so, we have to have a Darth Vader, right? That's the whole Anakin thing, right? Because they say you're going to bring equilibrium to the Force, and he does.
I mean, and he does. Just
they didn't think that through. They didn't think it through. Maybe we didn't think it through. The world was too good.
The world was too good.
Yeah,
that's the take you're going with right now.
Yes.
The world was too good.
The world was too good when Bush Jr. was president. Things were going great.
Oh my word!
I do find it interesting that Arkansas had their first public vote for the abortion thing and got, like, slammed.
I know Kansas did. I didn't know
Kansas
Arkansas did.
Somewhere that they were not expecting, because it's a super red state, and they were not expecting, like, nobody even mentioned that it was going to be voted on because they were like, well, there's no way in hell.
Yeah,
it was Kansas. Okay.
I know that they. Okay, so I went on bad legal takes just now.
Okay,
it's usually a good time. A third of the Supreme Court was appointed by a man who's being investigated by the FBI for violating the Espionage Act. Reply: if he's convicted by law, those 3 seats become vacant immediately. I don't think so.
That's not how that works at all. That dude did reintroduce the bill to put 16-year term limits on Supreme Court justices.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And depending on how, if it would make it through and how it would go through, it is possible that at least 3 judges would be instantly kicked off, which would be hilarious.
Oh, here's a take that just showed up on my Twitter. This was a very chaotic time. You had the January 6th riot, all the controversies, and then all these boxes being removed with the president. Was there enough time to go through this process when you have to communicate to declassify material? So it's like, he was too busy?
Yes, he was too busy. He was too busy to not take documents from the White House.
Yep. So he just took all the things. He really was just going to steal silverware, and then like it just. I couldn't tell the difference between the boxes. There was so much going on.
I thought I was getting a box of toilet paper to take home, and instead it turned out to be all the nuclear codes.
I did see like one of my lawyer folk went over like the warrant.
Yeah.
And it's like for anything labeled classified or anything touching anything labeled classified or anything that looks like it might have meant that he committed a crime. Like it was pretty broad, and like I'm surprised they didn't take more.
Yeah. Oh, I'm interested to see, because supposedly this means that like the FBI is getting close to wrapping up their investigation. Like that they wouldn't have done this unless they were.
They would have
done.
already had to know what they were looking for in
Right.
order to get this warrant.
Which is means we may actually hear something sometime soon, which would be nice, because it's been a hot minute and we're all tired of this thing looming everywhere. Like, do it or don't, get off, quit shit or get off the pot, right?
Yeah. Then there's also somebody like pretending to be Giuliani. What did the president know and when? Not Giuliani. He knew everything right away. He came up with it. Is that wrong? Is it a crime to break the law? Is it against the law to commit crimes? He shot a goldfish. He signed an executive order making executive orders illegal.
Oh, Giuliani.
I mean, he didn't actually say it, but like, I would believe it. I would believe that's words that came out of his mouth.
The fact that he's a mess.
And just like the amount of things that Republicans have been voting against is just fascinating. Like, and for the weirdest reasons.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the insulin thing at all.
Yeah, like how does?
I guess it profits someone.
Well, yeah. It's just like, but, like this would have been an easy win for you. You could have taken credit for like helping people, but you chose not to do that.
They'd rather help companies make money.
I mean, I would rather help companies make money if the companies are going to give me money to help them make money. But like, nobody's doing that for me.
We're not important enough for people to give a shit about what we think about or what we say or what we do.
Right.
We are nobodies.
We rant into the void to probably two sayings and
unless you
no
make
one else.
Unless you make fun of people in golf clothes, then everyone
Right.
fucking pays attention for
Apparently.
some reason. I don't understand that. I don't know. Do I do the TikTok trend thing and just start making fun of people's clothes?
Apparently. But you need to do the millennial pause when you do it and wait a second
Right.
before you start recording.
Okay, I have a question for you. I keep seeing this video, and it's one of those, like, there's audio playing, and then there's a filter you're supposed to use. I keep seeing people doing this, and it's where you do the tic-tac-toe, and you're supposed to put 6 X's on the board without winning. And people are having so much trouble with it. I've not seen a single person do it, and I'm like, that's not hard. That's really easy.
Wait, okay, so it's tic-tac-toe. You're supposed to put 6 X's on the board and not win?
And not win.
Okay, hold on. What is this piece of paper? Oh, that's fine. I can do that. All right.
It's really easy, which is why I think that maybe I'm missing something about the joke. Like, maybe it's a joke?
Okay, so I got my tic-tac-toe. Okay, so X, X. Because I can go there and there. And then there. Yeah, that was totally easy.
How did you do it? It's probably like
I did it like that.
yeah, that was my first thought. I don't understand how people have so much trouble with it. I don't know. People
Unless that's the joke somehow.
right. but I haven't, like, I've seen many of these, and I have not seen anyone. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, is it one of those things where like the advertisement plays the game really bad to make you so
Right.
upset at it that you want to go play the game?
That could be it. That could be it. Because it has made me, every time I see it, I want to do it.
Like, did I actually like just did I just like summon a demon somehow by
Yes.
making that symbol on my?
You did.
Here, we'll just do this, and this will fix it, right? Because this fixes everything.
Put all 6 X's in the same square. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'll
That
just-
would still be following the rules.
There, I put a cross on it. Does that make it better?
Yes.
No
Now-
demons now, right?
No demons. No demons now.
Yeah, I like. There's some TikTok trends that just are confusing and weird.
I will still never understand how TikTok's algorithm can be so good at showing me content in video form, but when it comes to live streams on my For You page, I just get anything. Anything and everything.
Weird.
I don't understand that.
I like TikTok's algorithm is really good, but like I'm pretty sure that it reaches a point where it just assumes that everyone is a neurodivergent lesbian.
Oh, I've crossed over. I'm now a black neurodivergent lesbian with very large breasts.
Oh, okay.
So that's
I
something,
think
I
it's
guess.
the Jesus-y stuff that pulls me back. Like,
you can't be both of these things. You are a
so I
conundrum.
think that like, yeah, doesn't quite know what to do with me.
That's fair. I don't quite know
Like-
what to do with you either, sir.
I don't. No one knows quite what to do with me.
It is weird. Like
Yeah.
it feels like once a week, maybe once every other week, it checks up to see. Because
Yeah.
like it seems like on a 2-week cycle, it shows me a lot of autistic. Like, are you autistic?
Oh,
And
right.
then I
right.
don't engage with it, and it's like, okay, not autistic. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, maybe, maybe
So
now.
what's really funny is every so often, like, I will get an actual thirst trap on my feed, and I just get so confused
Where am I?
because it's like it's an actual thirst trap, and I'm like, I'm so used to getting like, it looks like a thirst trap, and look, then she's in a dinosaur costume.
Right.
Like that's
right.
what I usually get.
Yeah.
So I always am like showing it to Mrs. Pastor and like, this is an actual thirst trap. What's going on here?
Whose TikTok feed am I on? My camera's falling there. Maybe.
Oh no.
Oh God.
You broke it again.
I did something.
Yeah, TikTok is definitely a place.
It is a place which does things.
It is a tick with talks.
I think it's funny, like, so there's an entire
You're gonna knock that thing over again.
I know.
Like it's still moving. It's actively moving right now.
No, it's not. Stop it. There's an entire subset of humor that does not make sense. There are videos that are absolutely hilarious, but they do not make sense outside of TikTok.
Right.
You could not. I cannot show them to Johnny and him laugh at them. They make no sense. No sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
But you put them inside of the confines of
that
TikTok, they're
little bubble,
hilarious.
yeah.
Hilarious. It's so hard to explain.
Well, and then like
It's
it's
just
really
funny.
tough. Like somebody will send something that's funny, but it's like it's outside of my normal sphere of TikTok,
Right.
so they don't make any sense.
Yeah. They are the virtual
like-
brick joke. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's like
there's the one. Okay,
Yeah.
here's a perfect example. So there's this TikTok. So you know the thirst trap videos where there's like music playing, and then like the beat will hit just right, and like
yeah,
there's a cut, and it's like the person's backlit. They're like naked and they're backlit for a second, and then it cuts back to the normal video, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So there's a group of those
I've seen that's one of the ones that I've seen, like the spoof version.
Yes.
Stuff.
So there's a spoof version of that is Kermit the Frog. And it cuts, like when it cuts, it's just a hand on and it's hilarious. But if you've not seen that trend of thirst traps or understand what the hell you're looking at, it makes no sense at all.
It's like when everyone was doing the ring light one, right? Where
Right.
you put the ring light behind,
Yeah.
and like, because I saw people making fun of it before I ever saw like the real thing.
Right.
So it took me a while to figure out, like, oh, on straight TikTok.
Right. Yeah. No, like most of the ones that I saw of that were either people in cosplay, like it would be a normal person and then they would do that and they would in cosplay, or it was, I guess this says something about my TikTok feed. It was women who were rather feminine presenting, and they would do that and they would be like super muscular or something, like would all of a sudden seem really masculine. It was one of those two. That was the two. And I was like, oh, I get it. So like on normal TikTok, on normal people's TikToks, they're like naked or something. Haha, I get it. Yeah, that's interesting.
But because like we're not on straight TikTok,
yeah,
a lot of that just doesn't make any sense.
It's weird too, reading about trends that are like taking over TikTok. All over TikTok, you see this trend, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
My very favorite TikTok meme right now is the like get a sound that is on that is every other video on your For You page, and then you click on it and it's like 20 videos and you've seen all of them. Like where it's just like TikTok has decided that you need that sound in your life. You need
all of these right now.
And like, but and no one else is seeing it.
That is interesting. I've had some interesting moments on TikTok too, where like I remember one night I saw a video and I was like, this is interesting. And it was like one of those stitch this and tell me a thing. And I was like, oh
yeah.
And I wanted to know, it was like the original video. And I was like, oh, I want to know what the thing is. And I clicked on it and there were no responses to it. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks.
Oh.
And then like the next day, I saw a response video, like where someone had stitched it. And I clicked on it then to see like, oh, have other people done this too? And there were thousands of them.
Oh, weird.
I was like, wow. So I caught it in like that brief moment before anyone had even given a shit.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then things like watching M. Behold become like that song is #1.
Right.
Like she's famous now.
How did that even happen? Like
she's a famous person now.
Have you seen the like luckiest girl to ever exist? The one who dropped a song about Victoria's Secret like the day that the Victoria's Secret documentary came out?
Yeah.
And it's like, what
are the and then it became a trend that girls would go dance in front of Victoria's Secret playing that song and like until they got kicked out of malls and shit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
That there's part of me that like I don't think that creator is a good enough actor to like be faking it, but it's like it's too coincidental to like.
It is weird.
Like that's the kind of thing where you're like, industry plants?
Yes, because industry plants are real.
Yeah, like you water them and you grow them and
yes,
and then you get industry.
You get an industry. Here's a tip about Victoria's Secret: they don't like it when you bring food in the store. I mean, that's fair.
Is that the actual secret?
Yeah, the secret is that Victoria is an old white dude. That's the secret. And he always was. There was
occasionally dress up like Victoria.
Yeah,
Victor and Victoria.
Victor,
or sorry, that's something else.
It
Victor
is.
Victoria is
something entirely different.
Like
I bought some new.
The amount of people that are just going huge music wise on TikTok is fun.
It's weird.
Have you seen like the girl who like recorded a remix with David Guetta 5 years ago was never released, and then it just appeared as a TikTok sound.
No, no, weird.
Yeah,
You think she leaked it to try to get
I
motion
think
on it
he
again?
did.
Oh,
I'm actually pretty sure he did.
I just
We
got
haven't heard much from David Guetta in a while.
You haven't. That is weird. I bought some jewelry recently because I got holes in my head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh. And one problem I've always had is not knowing what size any of my shit is. Like, I know these are 0. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
I know this one's 14 because I just got it done.
Okay.
The rest of them, no idea what size they are.
Oh,
Not a clue. And how do you find out? How do you find out?
I mean, like it's all standardized.
It is, but how do you find out? Like, what do you
Yeah,
do? What's the process?
And I would think there'd be like things to tell you what size things
There
are.
are. There's tools that you can buy, like, but they're metal and they're expensive and they've just got holes in them.
No.
And you just put it on and go, oh, this is this size. So I've never bought one, even
But
though I
couldn't you
probably
like
should
do that
have
with
one.
a piece of paper?
Yeah, but what do you put it up against? Like, okay, so I measured how thick the ring is. What do I put it up against now? To know how big it is.
Yeah.
So this,
Or you just go into the shop and be like, hey, what size is this?
right, but that's fucking irritating, and it just feels like dumb going into a
You
piercing
can size
studio.
the holes with different kinds of pasta. There
You could. So I bought this jewelry online from this place called Urban Body Jewelry. First of all, they gave me stickers, which is a fucking
Nice.
it's a win. There's a little.
I've been getting mine from Tulsa Body Jewelry, which
Oh.
may or may not be the place I got some piercings at once. Like, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. But anywho.
Do you see
Okay.
that? Do you see that? So
I see that.
They send these with every thing. So that's the one
That's
side.
awesome.
That's one side, right? And that tells you
Yeah.
it shows you the breakdown too of this chart over here is gauges versus millimeters. So which is
Oh my gosh.
right? It gets
That's
better.
fantastic.
It gets better. Wait,
What?
Here, hold on. Let me turn this off so you guys can actually see what I'm adjust. Okay. So on this side,
That's
focus,
fantastic.
focus. Come on. Yeah, so you just hold your jewelry up to it and it tells you. And then on the sides
So what's
here,
in your mouth then?
there right now everything is a 14, I think.
So you've got like 14s and then 0.
And then 0. I think that's right. I'd have to check again. But then
Because you want to take your nose up to a 10, right?
that's my thought. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, because 10 is like I love 10.
10's like the
they're just-
perfect size.
They're because that's what all my ear holes are. They're 10s, and I love them.
Yeah. I kind of
So I
want
don't
to
have lobes. Like I can't like gauge up anymore because I have no lobes. They're just like ear.
I mean, that's why you keep stretching them. Then you will get a lobe.
Well, right, but like I've had no lobe for my entire life. Like I'm good with that. I just yeah.
But it's got the measurements over here too, for like focus, son of a bitch. Anyway, it's like it's an inch. It's just inches, and then over on the side it's millimeters, so that you can measure the size, the other size.
Funny you should ask.
Do you?
So
do
in
you work-
reasons that it should have been obvious that Pastor was not totally straight. I had like so many like blingy cross earrings that I would wear back in the day.
Mhm.
I had like a dangly earring that I would wear.
Oh, yeah.
Like George Michael-esque
that was the
cross
first thing I
earring.
thought of. Yep.
Like it was that internalized homophobia, man, is a lot.
It's a lot to process. So, do you wear your god jewelry to church?
No, now that I've just got the 10s and like they live in there, like I haven't changed them in a while
That's fair.
because they don't like the tension, like the tension ball kind. You can't can't really get them out
These are
without
my
a lot
these
of
are my new
effort.
favorite things. I got replacements for my lip. Hold on. I gotta find it. Oh, there.
Are they like the hinged kind?
Yeah, they're ballless. They
Okay.
they just like hinge. Oh, here, let me try to hold it a little bit. They just hinge open,
Yeah.
and then when you close them, they there's no ball or anything, and they actually like click closed, so you don't have to worry about them. The only downside is, I put one in my nose. I have one for my nose,
Oh no.
but my nose is still a little too fresh. And that
Oh no.
ridge, that tiny little ridge where it clicks
Yeah.
closed, my nose is like, no, homie,
It's a
we're
little
not gonna do
spicy.
that yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I
See, and
like.
I like the look of the ball. That's the hard part.
Oh,
Like,
that's fair.
I like the look of it, and I like the way they clink together when
That's
like I
fair.
turn my head real fast.
These are the first titanium ones I've ever done as well,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's very different. Like you can feel the difference.
Yeah, I've got the blacked out ones, all of them now.
Yeah, I want to.
I couldn't remember.
I got these plugs that are just silicone.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had
Because
silicone.
I know they've got plugs that you can like put other earrings in too.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Like
that's a
I
thing?
bought some steel ones too that are just, well, they're titanium actually, but they're just round, like they just fit in the hole, and you could put
Yeah.
other jewelry through them if you wanted to. Yeah, it's a whole
I
thing.
haven't. It might be time to get some different ear holes.
It's always time for new ear holes.
Well, like okay, yeah.
He's got
Yeah, I'm
his
just such a
spine fused
weird.
with wood from the cross. He's a holy Wolverine. And now I just imagined a Wolverine getting shot by a shotgun. He's a holy Wolverine.
Oh, okay. So I have to laugh because we found out a thing the other day. So we kind of think that our neighbor has this like personal vendetta against groundhogs, right?
Okay.
And we noticed something that in the past like month, we've had no like gopher holes or anything. Yeah, that neighbor.
Oh, the gun.
We've had no gopher holes or anything in our yard. But there's a bunch of new big ones in his yard.
Oh, weird.
So I think the groundhogs are just like full on just getting back at this guy now.
They're like, fuck you in particular.
And we are enjoying it.
Interesting. Well, yeah, especially after that weirdness. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's
and
weird.
nothing else weird has happened. So like it's been fine. Like haven't had to do anything. Like we have a plan if something else weird does happen, but like
Right. It's just a weird thing to have happen.
it is a very weird thing to have happen.
And I don't like it.
But we're starting to think like that he's just doesn't that he's just not good at things. Like he had a weed whacker out and was like weed whacker and some stuff in the front yard, but he's like holding it with one hand. And we're just kind of like, that's not how you weed whacker things. That's how you hit yourself with a weed whacker.
I just like that you call it weed whackering.
What else would I call it?
Weed whacking? You whack the
But
weeds, you don't whacker them.
I mean, but you use the weed whacker to
Right,
whacker the weeds.
It is a thing that whacks weeds, also known as a weed whacker.
Right. So
not a weed whacker.
The process of using the weed whacker would be weed whackering.
No,
Because I don't think he was actually whacking any weeds. I think he was just misusing the weed whacker.
Oh. Well, I guess technically the weed whacker would be weed whacking, and you would be using the weed whacker, so you would be weed whackering, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right at all. But
is
okay.
whacking the weeds.
Okay.
See?
Whatever you need to do to justify that weirdness is fine with me, homie.
I will justify whatever weirdness I want to justify.
Weed whackering. I'm never going to be able to
Maybe somebody
unhear it.
lawnmower man him.
Lawnmower man's in your head now. Is that what you mean?
That means we should be mowing the lawn, not mowing the lawn.
Because the lawnmower mows
Because
the
the
lawn.
lawnmower mows, and then you
You would be mowering.
would be mowering.
Or mowering. I'm
But if
gonna
you're
go.
riding the lawnmower, then it'd be
You,
fine.
you're just riding a lawnmower, but that doesn't
Then you're
necessarily
just
mean you're mowering. You could just be
Well,
riding it
no.
around.
I mean, isn't that why you get a riding lawnmower, to just ride it
Right.
around?
It's for when
It's
you
like a
get.
golf cart.
It's when you get your last DUI and they take your license away.
Yeah,
Still
you just
go to
take
the
the
liquor
lawnmower
store
to
on the lawnmower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kentucky. As long as it isn't mopery.
I haven't seen
Police
Academy movies in forever.
Mopery? I watched those a few years ago. They were fun. A lot of comedies from that era have problematic sections.
We started rewatching Scrubs.
Yes.
Well, me me watching for the first time, Mrs.
Oh.
Pastor rewatching.
You've not
I've never
seen
seen it.
Wow.
There are definitely things that have not aged well.
Yeah.
There are other things that have aged quite well. Like, and it's weird that like in the same moment, they will both like have like one character respond. What in the world just happened with the lights in here? That's weird. There'll be like one character that responds really well and another character respond really poorly to the same situation.
Mm. Is that maybe the point of the episode? Is how they...
It might be, but I don't think it's that self-aware.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah, I've been watching that with Mrs. Pastor. And
don't watch the last season.
Babylon 5.
Don't watch the last season.
Really?
Yeah, don't do it.
It's that bad?
Yeah, it really is. So here's what happened. They canceled the show.
Right.
And then Scrubs. Then another channel bought the rights to it, and spun up another. They're like, we're gonna do Scrubs again, but they only got one of the original actors, and it's like they're in college. It's awful. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
It's not funny, and it's
because like they did that to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it actually got better.
Yeah, this did not at all. It's bad. It was so bad that they canceled it after one season. They were like, "Oh, this is not working."
Because because I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine started out on Fox, and then
that episode, man. The Brendan Fraser episode. As soon as you see Brendan Fraser's face, know that you are in for a fucking ride.
I am aware. Because
oh my god!
I was yeah.
Like the two saddest things in television are that episode and the episode of the what is that show called? Futurama with the dog.
Oh, dude, the dog episode of Futurama
it's fucking heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's
that level. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. The Nina episode of what is FMA?
I've never seen.
What is FMA?
Actually, I gotta give
Full Metal Alchemist.
The Star Trek Next Gen episode where Picard like lives out the dude's life.
Oh, that was a rough one. Yeah.
That one's.
And he has to come back to like. He's had this big long life, and he was in there for a minute, and he's just like, "What?
Yep.
What?"
I just lived this entire life in a minute.
That's horrifying. But he learned how to play his little pan flute thing.
He did learn how to play his little flute. And then like every time he busts out the little flute again, it's like
you get sad.
Yeah.
The Nina Alexander episode of Full Metal Alchemist will make you want to quit watching TV. I've never watched Full Metal Alchemist. That's one of those shows I need to watch.
I don't watch a lot of
anime.
Yeah. Like I've got a couple that I enjoyed, but
have you watched Serial Experiments Lane?
No.
It's the best anime ever made. And every time I tell people that, they're like, okay, and then nobody ever watches it. And I'm like, okay, you're missing out on the greatest piece of anime to ever grace the television screen. Attack on Titan, never watched that either. I've heard good things about that. doing? What is an angry cat face?
Oh, cat face. Why are you angry?
It's just I touched my fucking camera. That's what happens.
Is cat face out of food?
No, that's just her resting
Mm.
bitch face.
Oh,
She's fine. She's
yeah.
she was just born looking angry, weren't you?
Yeah. It happens sometimes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I cannot watch A League of Their Own because at the end, when they all are like together and they're all old and happy and they're like, cry every time. I cannot watch that movie.
I heard something bad about that recently.
About the movie?
Yeah,
Or
the family member of one of the people said something bad about it. Said it was like, this movie's not good. Please don't think of my grandmother this way or something.
Okay.
What was it? They're making a TV show. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of the announcement of that.
That
They were like, please don't do this. Something. I don't know.
Emily.
We watched Prey last night, the new Predator movie.
Oh, how's that?
Really good. At this moment, it is sitting at the top of my Predator movie list.
Okay.
I would say it's probably. Oh yeah, She-Hulk comes out. Also, I Am Groot comes out or is out.
Oh. So, okay. Leave their own.
That looks like 3 episodes are out at least. No, more episodes. Yeah, there's 5. And I've got, and I've got American Horror Stories. I've got an episode of that. You're just a bunch of shorts. I mean, technically, isn't every television show just a bunch of shorts?
I mean, it kind of is. It just depends on how long you want to call a short.
I mean, I guess that depends on where you grew up.
See, and everything I'm finding is like, is League of Their Own based on a true story? I'm like kind of?
Kind of. One shots, no continues. Oh, that's. I mean, technically, like Married with Children was a bunch of one shots that don't continue. Really?
I mean, most sitcoms are a bunch of one shots because everything has to stay the same from week to week.
And you get those big, long, overarching things like in Friends. You're like, at some point, someone's getting married. There's a James Franco controversy. Finding that.
Oh, what is he doing now?
John Leguizamo is very angry because he's playing Fidel Castro. James Franco is.
That one's fair, I think.
Yeah, although, to be fair, he looks fucking exactly like him. Not the one where John Ritter died. That one had overarching consequence. I mean, that's fair. When a character dies, kind of...
Oh, well, that's an interesting thing to see. Franco volunteers for the Art of Elysium charity and has taught film classes at New York University, the University of Southern California, UCLA, Studio 4, Palo Alto High School, and Playhouse West. During his time as a teacher, Franco admitted to having sex with several of his students, which led to lawsuits and a $2 million sexual misconduct settlement in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. He was also fucking Amber Heard when she was married, so that's the thing. Shane Franco is a butt. I liked the new Planet of the Apes movies. Was he? Oh yeah, he was in them. I liked those two. I love the movies he does. I just, as a person, man.
Yeah, he seems to be a bit of a problem.
I'll take any of the other Francos. There are better Francos. It's like the Baldwins.
There is always the one.
Kevin Spacey is he's gonna try. There's a joke there about having comeback and Kevin Spacey.
That's inappropriate.
It is very inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable that he would try to make a comeback. Like,
Out of
that's,
money. He's got to pay all those
I
people
don't
off.
fault I don't fault him for trying. Let me put it that way.
I fault whoever is managing him.
Yes,
That
that
person
is
is
also
making
true.
questionable fucking decisions.
That,
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the person who accepts it, who's like, yeah,
Who
you know what?
has- Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll see
Being
how
the
it is.
person to think, oh well, at least he's getting sued again. So he's having to pay House of Cards back,
Oh,
$31 million. And then he's got another $500,000 lawsuit
oh, yeah.
out from another survivor of his shenanigans,
That
of his
is-
inappropriate shenanigans.
That is awful. We haven't even touched on. Oh my god. It has been a long 2 weeks, sir. I keep thinking of other
Wait,
things that have happened.
who else
Alex
happened?
Jones.
Oh,
That whole thing.
yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
Dude, that is. I feel so bad for the judge because, like,
she was
I-
so obviously fed up with him.
yeah, like the way that she is just like, now, sir, you can't lie about things. That's not how this works. I need you to understand, you can't lie about things.
Yeah.
This is not your TV show.
And you've already done it twice, and you need to stop before I have to do something bad.
Like, you're gonna make me do more paperwork, sir.
Warner Brothers is finally kind of taking action, but they're not
Wait, what
really. They
happened with
still haven't
Warner Brothers?
officially done shit. What happened with Ezra Miller? Have you not been watching the train wreck that is Ezra Miller?
No, actually.
Who may be a serial killer. We're not sure. Some people have gone missing. He keeps getting into fights and running off with underage girls. I don't know. It's a whole
that's
fucking
certainly a problem.
thing. And so, in response, Warner Brothers canceled the Batman movie that was 90% done.
Oh.
Or Batgirl, Batwoman, Batgirl movie.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Does it? It was 90% done.
Yeah,
It was done. It was done.
But we know how DC treats their female leads.
Well, and supposedly it's all for tax reasons, and people are like, oh, as soon as they're done with whatever the tax thing is that's going on, they're probably going to dump this all to streaming platforms.
I'm like, this always comes up when people do stupid stuff like this, right? And it is the age-old question of, like, artist and art, right? Like,
Yeah.
the age-old question, and I'm increasingly leaning towards no.
Nope.
You can't actually separate the art and the artist.
It's impossible to do it because too much of what makes the artist a bad person is in their art, right?
And it's
whether it's conscious or not, it's there.
Like, I rewatched Firefly several years ago and noticed stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you notice all the weird stuff with River that's just uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
The way that Kaylee gets treated is a lot. Finding out the stuff that didn't get made.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot. And of course, just like the general pro-Confederate message of that movie. And then of course, like, when Nathan Fillion goes and opens his mouth and makes me not like him anymore.
I know. All he had to do, 5 minutes of his life, he just had to keep his fucking mouth shut.
He got pitched the softest of softball pitches. Like, he had a wiffle ball coming at him at slow speed, and he went with, I'd work with him again.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Nothing happened to me.
Nothing happened to me. Okay. Nobody said anything did, stupid. Like, how could you fail
so annoyed.
That? How could you fail at that so hard? So hard.
Because it was like it was just like, it was T-ball.
Yeah.
Like, it was T-ball, and he like hit the catcher in the mouth.
Yeah. He didn't even swing. He just fucking walked away from the plate. Like, I don't even. Yeah, he was in Let's Talk About Kevin, and that is. I mean, watch his character in Perks of a Wallflower too. Like, I love that movie, but I don't know. It sucks because he's an attractive dude, right? And he was pushing gender bound. I was like, oh, I'm on board. And then I don't know.
Like, and it does, like, it really does, like, seep into the work they do.
Yeah.
It's like, so there's this one artist that she blew up on TikTok. Scene Queen is the name of her band. And like, it's like this super like sexually charged music. But like, whenever she shows any kind of like behind the scenes something, she is like giggling embarrassedly whenever she's trying to do any of this stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, like, I can listen to your music because like you're very obviously not creepy about it.
Right.
Right. Because like, there's some bands that they're, super sexually charged lyrics, but they're like creepy about it.
Yeah.
And then there's others who are super sexually charged. And it's like, and you are making fun of all the people who actually think they are that.
Yeah. I have to admit, I have been loving how quickly the Metallica arc came back around.
Oh no, where's Metallica now?
So they blew up because of Stranger Things.
Oh, right. And now everybody's finding out how much of a problem they are.
Right. And then there's this girl on TikTok. There's this woman on TikTok who does it's like, here's some awful shit about your favorite band that you should probably know, and just tears bands apart. And
I mean, most metal bands are awful.
Yeah. And she just like, yeah, here's some.
Don't get anybody started on Pantera.
And Slayer. Like, there's a whole bunch.
Oh.
And yeah, like Diane Ward has a new album coming out. And
no. What did Diane Ward do? What did I miss? What? No, why? Ugh.
It's,
I saw they had a new album out and I was like getting kind of excited, but
they dropped a song and it sounds good. It's very techno-y, like their old stuff. So there were rumors flying around several years ago. There was this girl who said that Ninja had done really appropriate stuff with her and had like flown her out to sleep with her, and she was underage at the time.
Oh no!
Wait, you saw video proof of Diane?
Maybe.
What? That would be child porn, sorry. But then, but there. Okay, the problem is that she is also a really heavy clout chaser and has been known.
Different. Okay, thank you, Sang.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
So she's a really heavy clout chaser and has done shit in the past. That video, yeah, that's questionable.
Oh, okay.
But that also doesn't necessarily have anything to do with him being gay. But he did just drop a bunch of like gay slurs. But that's also hip hop, so we're not quite there yet with hip hop anyway. Anyway, the thing that came out was about their adopted children. You remember the little kid with the fangs, the weird looking dude with the fangs?
Yeah.
That him and his sister, they adopted, and he is no longer. They are no longer attached to them, and he has come out and talked about his life growing up with Diane Ward as parents, and it's about what you would expect. There was supposedly like forced sex involved, not necessarily with them, but with other people, and like he made.
Okay, so I don't see where they got dropped from like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he supposedly made that kid stab his brother, and then made him do a video where he reenacted stabbing his brother. Just a lot of really traumatic shit. So people are just kind of staying away from them,
Yeah,
which
that's for the
sucks.
best.
It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, because
That's
literally,
very much.
literally, all of that hit the news the day, the day after I put
Oh
this on my laptop.
no. Oh no.
so, so there's that.
Uh,
Oh, I just got the
that's.
discover what's free on the Epic Store
Oh man.
because I need more
Why do
video games.
people just keep having to be problems?
I don't know.
Like, why? It's like, is it really that hard to not be a problem?
I don't understand. I don't understand how. Um, like I guess I just don't get how someone my age uh, could get famous and go, you know what? The first thing I want to do is, now that I have money and power, I want to fuck underage people.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
That's
why?
on your bucket list? What?
Like,
Why?
I just think like just being around people in their early 20s is exhausting.
Yeah, like I don't want to. I don't want to be in a room
Like,
with teenagers, much
why
less
would
have
you like?
sex with them. That sounds horrifying. It sounds absolutely horrifying. I just I don't
Yeah, like why would you? Why is that a thing that people want to do?
I don't know. I don't know. If you don't
Ugh.
have skeletons in your closet, it's because you know how to get rid of them. Right. And if you're famous and rich and powerful, how are people still catching you up on this shit?
Right.
Like come on. How are you still getting hung up? I don't know. I don't know.
that that makes. Can we take a break? Because now I'm sad.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, we'll be right back. While we're gone, who's your favorite famous person who's completely fucked their careers up because they're horrible people? We'll be right back with that. We're back. Hello. I have a package
Hello.
that says it's going to be here before 9 o'clock. They have 45 minutes.
Interesting. Okay, so
Excuse me. Even the most problematic
famous person.
the bone grinder. I think
I'm sure a lot of
Robert,
people would. Yeah.
I think Robert Downey, he's an interesting one though, because if you go back and look at, I mean, he just did drugs and slept with hookers.
Like he was more self-destructive than like other people destructive.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like he ever actively hurt other people. But he's also a prime example of how you redeem your career, right?
Right.
You get one out, Ezra. Rob Lowe is another one.
Yeah.
Like he didn't really do anything bad though, did he?
I think his might have been the same thing, right? Though, where he like didn't.
He's just doing drugs and banging people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, he did. Okay. There is underage in the 80s.
Yeah, that's bad. Underage. A video of an underage.
It was technically. Yeah, it was technically legal because the age of consent in Georgia at the time was 14, which
Georgia.
But the recording of it was apparently an issue. And then he's been sued by former nannies.
Wow.
Many times.
He was slammed for calling the sex tape scandal involving a 16-year-old girl the best thing that ever happened to him. Oh, speaking of, Tommy, the drummer.
Tommy Lee.
Did you see his shit on Facebook yesterday or on Twitter? I wonder if it's still up.
Oh. He posted a nude photo.
Yeah. Is it still there?
He might.
No, it is gone. It is good. Like it had been up for like 6 hours when I saw it. I was like, oh my god.
Huh.
And that dude is like, I mean, I'm sorry, but that is a monster. That is a monster.
I'm trying to think of what fall frustrated me the most. Like it might be Joss, because he made so many things that I really enjoy.
Yeah,
and they're all dead to me now.
We just watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, which he wrote.
Yeah, well, and she's original Buffy is also deep into the conspiracy things.
Really?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No. I need more info, please.
She's QAnon and all that.
Really? Really? Christy Swanson?
Yeah, so she was on Psych for a while.
Yeah.
But then since they started doing the Psych movies, she's just been quietly not there because she's hard into Trump conspiracies and things, like Dean Cain levels.
Weird. Do we live in weird time? Here's I googled her, and here's a thing that came up. Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home raided by FBI agents. Conan O'Brien, Dean Cain, Megyn Kelly, Ice-T, and more react. It's literally just it's a bunch of people reacting, and they're things that they said. Let's see what he said. Dean Cain said, "It was a raid. We're in a recession. Inflation is not transitory." What?
Huh?
Oh, and I found out Rainn Wilson is not a very good person.
Oh.
He's very super right wing dude. Had no idea.
No, that's
Dan Rather. Where's Christy? Why does Christy Swanson have to do with all this shit? John Rich. Oh. Stephen King. Oh, here we go. Trump's opponents desperately want and need scandalous footage of Trump to edit into their own campaign commercials. They know they've got nothing on him, but if they can make it look like they've got something on him, that's all they care about. It's beyond dirty. It's sickening. Oh, you poor bastard. Ron Perlman.
yeah.
Here we go. To everyone on the right losing their minds over the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago, here's the skinny. The Mariners have landed on the beach. There will be a few skirmishes, and the good guys will win in the end, just like they always do when they go up against fascists.
Okay. You know who, in the course of all of this, is one of my absolute favorite people? Dee Snider.
That's been interesting. I've never liked him, but like his music, I don't give a shit about. But his standing up in front of people and talking like,
and his has been doing it for like since Tipper Gore.
Yeah,
like
yeah, surprisingly like they're on the front lines. It's just weird.
And like he is like very openly a Christian, but also like, yeah, I'm pro-choice. Like the first line of that song all you conservatives love so much is we've got the right to choose.
What do you think I was talking about? Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's been him and Sebastian Bach too has just been like tearing people to shreds all over Twitter.
Weird. Twitter's so weird. One of the guys I work with, we were talking recently. Today we were having a conversation, and he doesn't do Facebook. He checks in like once a month or something. He's on Twitter all the time. Like Twitter is his place. He doesn't like Reddit. He says Reddit's a cesspool. But Twitter's where it's at, he says. And I'm like,
Twitter is the hottest of messes. So.
That tells me a lot about you as a person. If you think any of those social media platforms are the place, TikTok, man. Everything, it's about TikTok. Where you could be a lesbian with ADHD, like the rest of us.
Like the rest of us. Yeah, TikTok, like Twitter just feels like doom to me. Like constant. It is just constant doom.
Yeah.
Facebook is like everyone who ever told you that you can't trust anything on the internet, trusting everything on the internet. Reddit, it all just kind of depends on where you are on Reddit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Reddit is what you make of it, right? Like
Yeah.
Twitter, it's like TikTok in the fact that like if it's a horrible experience for you, it's your own fucking fault. Like,
Yeah.
Get out of the pool.
Yep. That's why I always love whenever I hear anybody talk about like all TikTok is naked girls dancing. Like, well,
Oh, you're telling on yourself.
yep.
You're telling on yourself, sir. It's always an old white dude too. Every
like,
time.
Most of what I get is progressive clergy and like
I get
a trans person giving tips on home repair.
I love her. She's amazing. I feel so.
Yes.
The sad thing is when I see her videos, it's not those. I see the ones where she's having a meltdown because of
Like having to defend. Yeah.
and like she did one the other day that I ran across where she's like her finances are completely screwed and she's like I am going to lose my house and I don't know what to do about that. And I'm just like, God.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's always old white men or soccer moms.
Yep.
Old white men or old white women.
Mm.
There seems to be a theme here. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my fucking finger on it.
It is obviously.
It's got to be something to do with black people, right? It's their fault somehow.
Why is everything the worst?
It is. It's because we're in this timeline. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely something, and
We
it's just weird.
we live
I
at
hate
both the best time to be alive and the worst time to be alive at the same time.
it. Yeah.
We managed in the millennia of all this fucking space dust flying around. We managed to be alive at the same time that punk rock exists. That's pretty fucking cool, in my opinion. Like, we got to experience ska in our teenage years. Like, come on.
Yeah, like I got to be an 8th grader eating mozzarella sticks while listening to the music that plays in my head when I get extra mozzarella sticks.
Yes. But the penance is Trump.
I mean, that is kind of like
It's the price.
Good punk rock. Like, good punk rock exists because there's something to punk rock about.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm still mad because they're like, in 2016. Actually, no, they're starting to get some good punk again now.
Yeah, no, they are. It's kicking off. The thing that I find interesting is, like, there was this burgeoning Riot Girl scene that I was all about, right? Talked about it on here several times. Like, these Riot Girls they're the shit. They're doing amazing work. And then the Roe v. Wade thing happened, and now the fucking scene. Oh my god! And they are angry.
Still mad. I am still so mad that like that black artist who was like, I'm taking my music back, got run off of TikTok. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah.
Like, I love that music.
It was so good. It was
so good.
Yeah. That video.
And now I like can't find her again anywhere because I don't remember what her name
was. I can find it for her. She that song keeps popping up on my Spotify.
Oh, okay.
We're living during an era of technology that has grown gigantic. We are living in the era where technology has outgrown us.
Yes.
We get to experience technology outgrowing humanity. Like, we are not capable of processing the technology that we have created. And it won't get better. It will never get better. It's cinnamon something. Because of course it is.
Cinnamon Babe?
Yes, that is her. The song is called Rock and Roll is Black.
I'll find that on the YouTubes and at least get something in there. Because it was such a good song.
It was really good.
Well, and then like the black pop punk artists that are popping up.
Yes. There's that one band in particular that's like, they've got the song about how everyone keeps telling them to go make rap music. By the by, your video title is misspelled, and H's should be P's. Fridays are for pa pa pa.
No.
Fridays
no,
are por pa pa pa, featuring Pastor Recoil. I don't.
No, that's not what he's going.
What did we misspell? I'm confused.
It's Fridays are for
pa pa pa.
I guess it would be pa pa pa, wouldn't it? No, Fridays are for pa pa pa.
Pa pa pa. I'm missing something. Fridays are por pa pa pa. Oh, no, it'd be fap. The H's, not the F's. Gotcha. Fridays are for fap, featuring Pastor Recoil. You know what? I'm down. Let's. It's time to start the OnlyFans right now.
Dude, people are making money off of that.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see me naked.
I looked at our thing and I thought we had a dislike, and I was like, good.
Fuck you two guys. It'd be funny because it would probably have to be saying. Sat here the entire time and disliked it.
Yep.
It'd be hilarious.
On all 12 of his YouTube accounts.
Start a trend. Uh,
Man.
I think I hate to say it, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Are we calling it an early?
I think I'm burnt. I
That's fair.
I'm
That's fair.
exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I've got a video game that's dying to be played.
Yeah,
I've
you
got a package
go
that's supposed to be here.
go go shoot some webs out your places.
Whoa. And then
Okay,
I can go play my video game, right?
so here's the real question about
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
And this is something where like you can tell I'm confident that this is an age question more than anything else.
Okay.
Spider-Man, does he manufacture his web or does it come out of his body?
Um I know that you're referencing the movies. They make a really funny joke about that in the latest Spider-Man movie.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like my memories of Spider-Man is he made his own web shooters.
Right. He has
Like it was a technological creation that he created
Okay.
that shot the webbing. And he had like cartridges that he would have to put in.
It's in the Marvel Handbook. But there is a very specific Spider-Man that does not. That just has
it's like it just shoots out of his wrists.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I always was it was the thing that was on the wrist. I remember when I was little and using constructs to build my own. And it had a rubber band and I could shoot a construct across the room. So yeah, it was manufactured until that weirdness with what's his shit. All of a sudden he was making his own goo.
Yeah.
Shooting it at people.
Do you know who I hope? Like, do you know who would really like? Just one of the folk who would absolutely break me if he's a problem is Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
I really hope he's not a problem.
I would not be shocked though.
Right. And I'm nervous to look him up. I mean, he at least appears to have been married since 1993.
Oh yeah, you don't want to look it up.
Oh no. What did Sam Raimi do?
I mean, kind of what you would expect. He's not very nice to his actors.
Okay. I mean, that is a little like not surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, supposedly he is pretty rough on them.
Okay.
But
Is he rough to like?
They seem to be okay with it. It's kind of just like we all.
Is he rough to like everybody, or is he like extra like? It seems less bad if he's rough, if he's just like awful to work with.
No, see, people seem to be okay with it. Oh, I forgot The Quick and the Dead was his. It's a really good movie.
Wait, that one was his?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like extra broken if he's. So if everybody's like okay with it, I guess.
It sounds like it may be just one of those like he makes us bust our ass.
Kind of like because what's that? There's that one director who is just like known for making people do like hundreds of takes.
The fucking
the super big name guy.
Yeah, whose name is just failing me right now.
Yeah.
He made that woman he broke her brain on the stairs with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Made her swing him at Jack Nicholson until she couldn't hold her fucking arms up.
Quick and the Dead was such a good movie.
It really was. It held up really well too. I watched it not that long ago. It held up really well.
I guess of course he touched that. Touched everything else. Of course he touched that.
Whoa, excuse me.
Joss touched The Quick and the Dead.
Of course he did. Of course he did. Why?
It's like he just everything. He worked on everything.
Have you watched the new Doctor Strange movie?
No, I have not.
It's a Sam Raimi joint.
Oh, okay.
And it's got some Sam Raimi to it. Like you can't watch it knowing that it's Sam Raimi and not go, oh yeah, this is a fucking Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah. He does have a thing.
He does.
Like, I still just, like, the fact that Evil Dead happened, and then he recovered from Evil Dead 2 enough to do Army of Darkness. Like,
yeah.
Where he's just like, you know what? Let's just lean into this.
We're just going to do it. We're going to do it all the way. Yeah. Is Ted Raimi related to Sam Raimi?
Yeah, it's his brother.
Yeah, no, that was a question on
Oh.
Quora. Yes. And Ivan Raimi.
Who's
He is an emergency medicine physician and screenwriter.
Okay.
There's some weird.
I remember Ted Raimi from, one from like everything that his brother worked on, he would like just show up in. But he was in Star Trek Under the Sea with Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, Star Trek Under the Sea.
It's the only way I know how to describe Sequest is Star Trek Under the Sea.
I watched that latest season of the Orville. The Orville.
No,
I don't think I like it anymore.
Interesting.
Which is sad to me, because it's just okay. In the first season, it took a really heavy shift in tone. He 100,
and that's what made me not watch it.
Right, he 100.
It was the shift.
Yeah, he 100% sold them on, I'm going to make a comedy show about Star Trek, and then was like, fuck them. They gave me money. Now what are they going to do? And turned it into Star Trek. And like, that's fine. But if I wanted to watch another Star Trek show, I'd go watch another fucking Star Trek show.
But like, let's be honest. He wanted to make a Star Trek show his entire life.
I mean, yeah. Doesn't mean I have to
So of course he's going to take the money and do his thing.
Does he seem kind of like a bad person?
I mean, his name is Seth.
My best friend in high school was named Seth, and you know what? That fucking tracks. Fucking tracks hard.
It's like Seths and Chads, man.
Yeah. My only problem with this entire thing is I would stop watching it in a heartbeat if it wasn't for Adrian Palacki.
Yeah.
I have to fucking watch it. If she's gonna be in it, I'm gonna have to fucking watch it.
Okay, so there's nothing like obvious on his like Wikipedia page about him being terrible.
Gotcha.
And like he's been around long enough that if there was something, it would like there'd be something.
Yeah.
Right?
Feels like he's someone people would want to take down too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh wow. I don't think okay. So
what?
Adrian Palecki and Scott Grimes were married. Scott Grimes is the pilot on that show.
Wait, really?
The little Irish dude. Yeah. Wow. What? It says filed for divorce. Does that mean that they're still married?
They are.
Is this a recent
thing? They separated in July. Then they dismissed it, and then they filed again, and they haven't like actually divorced.
So what you're saying is, I have a chance.
So, Mr. Rogers is clean. Like he is the squeakiest, cleanest.
He is exactly what you think he is.
Bob Ross apparently was just super angry all the time.
I mean, it's kind of a known fact that he was an absolute womanizer. Like he 100% leaned into the fact that those middle-aged women loved him.
Entirely surprising.
Yeah, there was like,
As far as I know, Steve Irwin is clean.
I mean, that whole family's
Like,
clean.
right. And Bob Ross like might have stolen his technique from somebody. Like,
Yeah, that documentary show about that whole thing is worth watching. Because not only did he,
by the way, watch the documentary on Woodstock '99.
oh my
on
god, that was
Netflix.
amazing.
Holy crap!
You mentioned it, and I was like, I don't know if I care about watching that. And then I watched it at work. I like binged the whole thing in a morning. It was amazing.
Just holy absolute crap.
And
that was
what a shit show.
Yeah, like so. I watched like the first 2 episodes by myself, and then for the second one, like Mrs. Pastor, or the last episode, Mrs. Pastor kind of joined into watching, and we were talking about it, and it's like that would not have happened today because social media would have given them an outlet.
Right. Well, they even
like,
talked
and
about
was the
that.
whole
Like,
problem.
Like there was nowhere for them to talk about how badly they got fucked over, and they were like, "Fine, we're gonna burn this motherfucker down."
And the fact that like that massive riot, nobody died in. Like that blows my mind.
One person died, but not in the fire. They got trampled in the pit, right?
That was in the pit at a Metallica show, actually.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. The Fire Festival, right? But the Fire Festival like instantly went viral because it was such a shit show,
right?
Like,
and it did not turn into a burn down literally everything riot.
Yeah.
Like they gave this crowd who had spent the weekend bathing in crap fire
after taking
and
their
thought it
water
would be a
away.
good idea.
They took their water away and then tried to charge them $4 a bottle.
Yep.
For water in 1999.
Like the outhouses were wrecked within the first day. Like,
that's just, I can't even imagine.
It was also like the sexual assault numbers were like unbelievably low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no way. There was literally video of sexual, like there was more video of sexual assaults in that documentary than there were people saying that they were sexually assaulted. Like I think it was because
the producer folk were just like, well, there were only 5. I'm like, no, there weren't.
It was 1999, and women just expected to be sexually assaulted in a pit. That was just the rule.
And Mrs. Pastor had a point. Like there was so much pressure in the late 90s to be like the cool girl that's not like those other girls.
Yeah.
That like that whole thing was in there.
Oh, wow.
I was at the Gorge for Lollapalooza and a riot broke out. Police came to the campground at 5 a.m. and kicked everyone out.
The Gorge is one of the most beautiful venues I've been to. I watched 9 Inch Nails there on my birthday.
Oh, nice.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
It's beautiful. It's literally a stage set up on the edge of a fucking canyon. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I want my package.
That's fantastic.
I want my package. Damn it. There's a whole story to it, but we'll get there.
Should we call it a thing?
I am down. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go play Spider-Man. Thanks for hanging out, though, man.
Scrubs. Yeah, it was fun. And yeah, let me know when you're done with Spider-Man, and I'll see about picking up V Rising.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like it was one that I was looking at. I just wasn't sure about.
It is cool. I think it would be a lot of fun. To have a couple different, like to have a PvE server where we all work together. We're trying to build a big fancy castle, and then one where it's a PvP server and it's just a fuck you to everybody but yourself. Because it would be a whole lot of fun to beat the shit out of each other. We could try Final Fantasy 2. I have not played.
I'm just so twitchy because like I wanted to get into Guild Wars. Like I wanted to so bad. I just could not. So I'm nervous about.
I mean, there supposedly is another Minecraft server. I tried to log into it. It didn't work.
But yeah, there's one that Reaper was doing, and I don't that was another one. Like I tried to get into it, but I got overwhelmed and I needed to stop.
If he can get the vanilla one up and running, I'd be willing to try it for sure.
Remember the giant circular pit from the last one?
I don't.
I don't either.
Parties are static. 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS.
Do you know what game I wished would have been better? Secret World.
There was a lot of hype about that, and then it just vanished.
I wish that one would have been better. Because they took it, it was sub, and then they took it like free to play, and then in the process of making it free to play, they made it terrible.
Oh, that sucks.
Like when it was a sub, it was actually pretty good, but they didn't have the base to support it because like it was when WoW was still rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, the old Secret World is still available, huh?
And it's better than the new one.
Oh,
of course
yeah. Like I tried to log into the new one and it was not good. Like the old one is actually still around. Weird.
Oh, and it's free.
You have to, if you know a link to that, maybe throw it in the thinger because like I really enjoyed that.
Secret World. Not Secret World Legends, right?
Not Legends.
Secret World. Disambiguous.
So State of Secret World original. You can subscribe, but there's almost no one that plays.
Oh.
But they said it was free.
I have the link and I have installed it. Even the website for the wiki article goes to the new one.
Huh. And I'm finding a bunch of stuff from like.
Oh yes, please post
2017. Yeah. I'm curious,
Weird.
especially if it's free.
Even the news for the new one stops last year. Like it just kind of dies in December and nothing else got posted.
Was the new one like? I don't entirely know. Like, I can't quite process like what is different, but it's bad. That's
weird. Yeah, we'll have to try some stuff out.
Yeah.
Let's burn through some of this spider web throwing.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
And Genova Life, who popped back in for a minute.
Yeah, thank you guys. And Barlazy, when you watch this later.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. Reaper, don't know where you are.
Hope everything's okay, buddy.
But I also didn't miss you, so you know.
I hope everything's good. I'm a little worried about you, buddy. I hope everything's okay.
I know, like I'm actually a little bit concerned.
Yeah, it's not like him to not send an email saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be there."
Yeah. I'm hoping you're good. I'm hoping you watch this later and you let us know that you're good.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me try one thing here real quick. Thanks for keeping my brain alive the last 3 slow hours of work. Of course, man. That is what he hasn't even posted on Facebook in 6 days.
Oh.
Which, I mean, is not that big of a he goes spaces like that.
There. I'll do that and see if he sees it on the Discord.
Did you poke him? Cool. Okay. Well, thank you guys for hanging out.
So hopefully he's good. Yep. Until next time, I'll be back in 2 weeks.
I'll probably be back next week. Maybe I'll be playing Spider-Man or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Deuces, people. Love you guys. Be safe.
Peace, love, and don't eat the urinal cakes.
Unless you really want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
If you really want to, you really shouldn't do that. That's not good for you.
It's not my job to tell you what to do. I'm all about freedom.
Informed. At least be informed about the things you're putting in your
This
body.
is America. This is freedom. I'm gonna eat them urinal cakes. You can't tell me what to do. You social justice warrior, woke leftist agenda.
It's creepy. Never make that voice again.
It was a little too on point, right?
A little too on point.
Oh, I found a new
worried
voice.
about you right now. I mean, you do live in Kentucky.
I do. This could be the moment where everything changes.
I mean, you already got the firearms.
I'm gonna go buy an American flag next and hang it from the back of my bike.
Upside down because we're in trouble.
Yeah, right underneath a Trump flag. And don't tread on me.
And the no step on snake.
No
flag,
step
right
on
next to the
snake.
Blue Lives Matter flag.
Yes. All right. I love you guys. Bye.
Yes. I love all of you except Reaper. I hope you're okay.
I hope you're not dead. Bye.